What's up, gang? Red Dragon here, and we are covering several different stories that's appeared on VGN. So I've got a lot of short stories that if I did a video on each one, they'd be like 30-second clips. So I'm just going to kind of compile everything into this one video real quick. We will start with NPD numbers for October. They're out. So PlayStation 4 again on top. It was the #1 selling console. They didn't put out the official numbers that I've seen. They just put out that PlayStation was the best-selling console in October. Top games were NBA 2K15 at #1. Number 2 was Super Smash Brothers, and number 3 was The Evil Within. If you want to get the full list, links down in the description box. By the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you should, and on Facebook, all those links down in the description box. If you want to know stories, the headlines as they're breaking, I'm usually always tweeting out the big stuff, so you find out what's happening a lot sooner than whenever I can post up a video. But anyway, there you go. Moving on, Microsoft is now the #2 biggest company in the world. They took over ExxonMobil earlier today, so that story is up on VGM. Moving on to Halo, got a few stories about that. A lot of people wanting to know what is the dealio and when are you going to be able to play multiplayer on the game. Now, the other day I posted up a video talking about how I had sat there and tried to get into a multiplayer game. Finally got into one today. It took for freaking ever to do it, but I did finally get to play one match, and that was it. And then I moved on to something else because it was just taking too long. But the good news is the devs are doing a pretty good job of keeping everybody up to date. You know, I slammed them pretty hard for putting out a game that doesn't work on day one, and I don't take any of that back. But one thing that I do give them credit for is that they are doing a really good job of posting updates constantly, and whenever they post up an update, they usually say, hey, the next update is coming at this time or this hour. So the latest is that, one, they have removed a lot of different playlists that people were having issues with to kind of condense down the list temporarily in order to get people into a game. The only game I could get into was Halo 3. That was the one playlist I could find a game in. Again, it still took forever, but the other ones I sat there forever and never could get into a match. And it's really weird. I was talking to Anchorman the other day. I'll leave a link down in his channel if you haven't checked out him yet. But he was saying that for some reason, like, he gets into a game like easy. So it's really weird how it's affecting people. Me, I can't get into nothing. But they have removed the playlist. They also state that they have figured out, they believe, in the last 48 hours, what is causing the problem. So they do think they are on the way to fixing that pretty quickly. And fingers crossed, this will be ready for the weekend. I mean, at least I hope so, because I'm ready to play some. The other thing that has been going around is some people who have been getting into matches, they've said that they've encountered some messages, like error messages, saying host migrating, which of course is a big red flag for, holy crap, we're not on dedicated servers. You know, that means somebody else is hosting the game. So then a lot of people started wondering, look, is Halo not using the freaking dedicated servers we've heard so much about? You know, Microsoft's been touting all these servers. So Microsoft has come out, and here is what they say. They say Halo the Master Chief Collection does indeed use dedicated servers for match-made games, while custom and campaign co-op games are peer-hosted. As an emergency contingency in matchmaking, the game is designed to fall back to traditional peer hosting gameplay in the event that there are connection issues with the servers. They say this can happen for a variety of reasons, including intermittent unavailability of dedicated servers, poor ping times, or network configuration issues preventing users from being able to access the dedicated servers, which of course it looks like is what's happening. So some people have said, you know what, why ain't it on the cloud? Well, it's on the cloud. It's just that putting it on dedicated servers isn't going to fix a problem if the code isn't right. So they are working on fixing the code. So hopefully it will get taken care of very soon, but as a fail-safe measure, they've built in the peer-to-peer in order to fall back on. So if you want to read about all these stories and more, as always, stay tuned right here to this channel and to VGN. Links down in the description box to all these different topics. That does it for me, the Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.